Hey everyone, today we want to talk about how we're extending our food production on the homestead. So, before we get started, I'm Aaron, Joey's behind the camera, and we're the Canny Couple. So, you know, it's that time of year. You might have your first frost, you might have your first freeze. We've had both, but our pepper plants look amazing, especially like these Tabascos here. So if you look around, actually our table here, we have numerous buckets full around through here that we basically saved. So that was one of the advantages of having them in the buckets this year. So we were able to transport them out of the garden and into our covered porch to give them a few extra days of production. We know we can't do this, probably over a month, but so far we've at least extended it a week and a half so far. And our temperatures over the next week and a half looks like we won't have anything then either. So, like I was saying, a couple of weeks that can make a huge production in your food supply. So for us, as you can see, those Tabascos here, if nothing else, before we get a massive freeze, we'll pick off as many of these as we can and make like a green Tabasco sauce or something. But we do have cayenne still coming on, and we've still got some blooms happening as well right now.
Banana.
Oh, and the banana one. Sorry, she was reminding me of which all types we had here. So this is something that it was a lot of work that first day getting them down there, but it could give us, more food production over a few weeks. So let me go over here and show you some more things that we're keeping alive at the moment. Okay, so, well, except this plant, because I forgot and didn't realize that this plant was out here. As you notice, it's not looking too good. So it does show you, what the difference was between the plants, that we were just able to take in to this other little section right beside us to save them. But we've also got lettuce still producing. What we're not eating, we're cutting off and feeding to the chickens. So it's serving two purposes. It's feeding us, it's feeding our chickens as well. And we still have strawberries here that are green. She might be able to show you some right there. So we could still have a few strawberries producing. These here beside the house is another way to protect it from, some freezes, some frost. We did not move these in or anything. These stayed right here and they survived from this perspective. So these are other ways that, we have really shown how we can bring our food production back in. So as we were standing here about ready to film this part, I was picking strawberries here out of this other patch in front of her. So, things like that, things that can hold up over, a first frost or something, is something you need to have into your fall winter plans, so that you can still have food production going on. Now this here, these are these spoonfuls, if you've been hearing us talk on our podcast about, that just keeps going and going and going. And we have kept layering them over. Up against the house here, it's helped protect them from the frost and freeze as well. And we're still getting, a couple of cups full every couple of days of just these spoonful tomatoes. Things like this, you don't always think about, because you think about putting your garden to bed in the wintertime. Well, still look for ways to get food production as long as possible. It doesn't have to be in your garden. Our garden's done for. We don't have anything in it right now, but we do have things in other locations to extend our growing season. So what have you all been doing to extend your growing season? Do you have raised beds? Do you have stuff growing in the house? Do you have aquaponics, hydroponics, anything like that you can extend your food production? I mean, we've always experimented with some hydroponics as well. I mean, we'll probably have some lettuce or spinach going in the house here before long after these out here go away, if nothing else, to feed us and to give the chickens a treat as well. We've already put our garlic over here planted. So it's that time of year. So we're preparing for next year as well. So we're not always just thinking about the current season. We're looking ahead. We're thinking of ways to innovate and bring about change to bring us more food production. I mean, it's all about what we can do to provide good food for us, our family, and to keep our costs low. You know, from a frugality standpoint, it's hey, this is not something we're buying. We're not buying tomatoes. We haven't bought tomatoes from the store, I don't know when, because we put them up, we can them. You know, we do stuff like that that really gives us more food. But if you got any comments, questions, anything, you know, you want to ask us about our fall, winter garden plans, you know, you can either leave that down below or send it to thecannycouple@yahoo.com. Make sure to go over and check out our link tree with all of our other content. As always, thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. You see, I'm not used to doing this.